Hello Malaysians, I begin by addressing the three Penghulu judges of the Court of Appeal, Tan Sri Hishamuddin Muhammad Yunus, Tan Sri Zahara binti Muhammad, Tan Sri, the other Tan Sri, I can't remember what, never mind. Do you know who they are? The three Court of Appeal Penghulu judges who have, by their own ignorance of the law, committed criminal breaches of the penal code. I have sent my videos to Tan Sri Patel. Hey, Patel. Patel is an Indian name. You see, one of those Mahathir Patel, shame to be Indian and chose to be Malay. Patel. I think that's an Indian name. Never mind. Anyway, I've sent my videos to Tan Sri Patel, Attorney General. I've sent my videos to Attorney General's chambers or department in Sabah and Sarawak. I've sent my videos to Sinchu Jitpao, to Straits Times, to Haraka, to Rocket, to DAP, I think so, DAP, but never mind. If I haven't, I will send it. I sent to Sydney Morning Herald, Melbourne Morning Herald, the Australian Financial Review, and Wall Street Journal, Hong Kong. All these I've sent my videos to. What sort of reception I will get doesn't matter. The fact is, I want to build up a huge body of opinion, a huge body of people who are interested to know that the Malaysian Bumiputra policy of appointing only Malays to high positions of the judiciary has failed miserably, because you are not able, or rather there are not so many able and talented legal minds among the Malays practicing law in Malaysia, and there are lots of them. I think now they've pushed out the Chinese and the Indians, but that doesn't matter. We don't grudge that. I mean, the reason why the laws have been neglected, or rather treated with so much disrespect or rejection, is because most of the lawyers in Malaysia who were trained in the University of Malaya and local universities have no idea what the law is. Because if these three criminal judges of the Court of Appeal knew that were these provisions that require the Attorney General to prosecute them for breaches of the penal code, they would not have done it. But because of their own ignorance of the law, they went and breached it. But of course, if I were to confront them in the Malaysian judicial system, I will doubly quickly end up in jail, even without any justification at all. But that, as I said, doesn't worry me, because life has a beginning and it has an end. I am 77 years old, and if I get another 3 years, it's a very big bonus. I don't think I will get that extra 3 years, but at least I've stayed alive for the next Olympics, which is coming up next month. And I watched the Olympics because of the tremendous success of the national team of China, People's Republic of China. As I said many times, in writing in the China Daily, that a great nation will have a great sporting tradition. Usually, U.S. used to be, the number one, and before the U.S., there was Russia was the number one. So with each collapse of the empire of the Soviet Union and USA comes now the glory of the People's Republic of China. And I'm glad that I am staying alive to watch the next Olympics. Anyway, back to these 3 criminal judges. I call them criminal because by their conduct they have already committed breaches of the law. Today I will quote you section 219. See, section 218 and 219 ought to be read together. I have discussed section 218 in an earlier clip, I think the last one or something like that. But all the same, I think these 2 sections ought to be read together. I'll read to you section 218 first. Public servant disobeying a direction of the law with intent to save person from punishment or property from forfeiture. In this case, it was Lim and Ho. I mean, these 3 judges went out on the limb to help Lim and Ho get out of a very bad jam. That is because Lim and Ho used to liaise with Judge Dato Zainon binti Muhammad Ali in respect of our claim against McLaren's Saksama, because they committed fraud to take over the company, and of course it is due to the negligence of Lim and Ho that they were sued under the Companies Act, which disqualified my family from participating in the case because we don't hold share in McLaren's. So how could Lim and Ho sue under the Companies Act? We got no locus standi. Lim and Ho should have sued under provisions relating to fraud to take over the company. But that, as it may, is a matter for litigation now, and I'm represented by my good friend Bernard Francis. I don't know how it's going. He's been promising me to show me the statement of claim, and that he says he has already served the writ and on Lim and Ho and things like that. So I don't know. I only trust Bernard that what he tells me is what it is, because today I tried to reach Bernard 3 times, 1 o'clock, 1:30 and 2 o'clock, which were, even if he were in court, he will have free time to himself at those times. But I have not been able to contact him because I am now feeling apprehensive whether or not my lawyer Bernard Francis has filed my notice of appeal, because my appeal to the federal court will incriminate the criminal conduct of these three Bengkulu judges, Tan Sri Hishamuddin, Muhammad Yunus, Tan Sri Azhar bin Muhammad, Tan Sri I don't know, forgot their name anyway, doesn't matter. I'll keep repeating them. Every day when I come on, I will repeat their name. I mean, before I deal with this section, I want to tell those of you who are watching this video that I intentionally call them criminals because they are criminals in the sense that they have breached three laws, and the law section 219, which I was going to deal with, carries a 7-year term of imprisonment for these three Bengkulu judges. So, but I'll come to that later. But the point why I openly call them criminals is because I'm in Perth. And if I call them criminals, I am committing criminal defamation, criminal libel, for which it's a criminal offense. Therefore, these three judges and the sleepyhead Attorney General, Tan Sri Patel, has every right, every opportunity on behalf of the Malaysian government to come to Perth and apply for my extradition to be tried in Malaysia. But of course, when they come here, I will oppose them. I will prove that these three judges committed criminal offences. This is the same case, similar case like this, and much publicized, is the Julius Assange case, where Sweden has applied for his extradition for alleged rape. But, well, you know, it's not Sweden really, it's America trying to get their hands on Julius Assange. And of course, the courts in London are obliging the Americans by refusing the application of Julius Assange. Well, anyway, that's something else. What I'm trying to say now to you who are watching this video is that the Attorney General of Malaysia and these three criminal judges, Tan Sri Hishamuddin, Muhammad Yunus, Tan Sri Azhar Muhammad, and whatever the third Tan Sri, I don't know who it is. I'll keep up. Every day I'll be repeating his name. Someday I'll remember. I will be able to remember all of them. But the point is this: if you think you did not commit these criminal offences, then it is in actual fact the moral duty of the Malaysian government to protect such senior judges from defamation. I encourage you to come to Australia and apply for my extradition. I will be sending this video to the Attorney Generals, as I did a couple of days ago, and let him decide. You see, I am calling you shit, and you should defend Malaysia from me. Because here, you will be judged by the law. You will be judged by very competent judges. They will not have any bias. Whether I'm Australian or not doesn't carry with them. They are eminent jurists and people of high caliber. They will deal with the case fairly. I encourage you to come. Why? I'm insulting you. I'm spitting in your face, Tan Sri Patel. how about coming here to apply for my extradition?